Hey guys, what's up? My name is Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan, and today I want to show you how to deconstruct a jackfruit. Okay, so if you've never had jackfruit before, it can look intimidating, but it is not. Okay, trust me on this. So the first thing you're going to want to do is, of course, pick it out when it's ripe. So you want to smell it through the plastic. It should smell through the plastic, yes. And then it should also be this beautiful yellow color. It should be a deep yellow color, okay? Not too light. If it's too light, it's not going to work, okay? Now, what I do sometimes is I might go get gloves because sometimes it can be very, very, very sticky, all right? And then what I like to do is I have these gloves, these plastic disposable gloves that I bought from the 99-cent store, and I use those sometimes when it is very sticky. But the first thing I do, this doesn't seem that sticky. The stickier it is, the less ripe it is, just so you know. Okay, so let's just confirm how to pick it out, okay? So you're going to smell it. It's got to smell. You're going to look at it, and then you're going to flip it over and make sure the spikes are flat. The spikes have to be flat. Then once I get it home, I like to take this big white chunk out first because we're not eating this, okay? So I like to cut around here, and now some people do eat these seeds. Oh, Awa, maybe you want to eat these. So these seeds you can boil, and then you can mash them, and you can make hummus, and people eat them like beans. They're very good for you, and you know what? I think I'll save them for my roommate. She might want to cook them and make a healthy hummus or something with them. So this is the first step, okay? We're trying to separate what is edible and what is not edible. Okay, and so once you get that out, okay, it's going to be a lot easier. Okay, so now I'm definitely no jackfruit expert, but this is how I've been doing it for a while. Okay, so now you can open it and you can see that it's a lot easier to look at and see what is edible, what is not edible. Now, what I like to do is get a container. So I can put two containers, one for the seeds and one for the meat or the fruit. Okay, and now you can obviously cut better so you can take this out. All right, and then throw this away. And what I like to do is get a tray or a platter and then put a towel down on the floor so you don't make a big mess. Sometimes this is really nice to do outside if you have a backyard, or you want to do this at the park. Okay, and so I throw away this white part, and then you can see all this delicious, amazing meat here. I know they call it meat, but it's really fruit. Okay, guys, I'm going to go get a container, which I should have gotten before. And I'm not going to put on gloves because it's really not that sticky. So I'll be right back. I'm so sorry. Don't go anywhere. Big container. You want to use a big bowl for now? Yes, and figure it out later. Yeah, I don't have a container. Oh, look at this. That's really big.
Oh, guys, you don't know what's going on in the kitchen.
No way, bye.
One day it's gonna be a behind the scenes.
Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let me plug my mic back in. All right. Container. Always get one with a lid, and then get another one for the seeds and the remnants, if that's the word. And here we go. We are now going to dissect our jackfruit. Okay, and so what we do is we're simply going to cut away the white part. Now, when I'm dissecting my jackfruit, personally, I keep it like this. Why? I'm glad you asked. When you keep the seed inside of this little pod, I feel that the jackfruit lasts longer. It's almost like when you keep the avocado seed inside of it, or you make guacamole and then you put the seed in and it doesn't brown. It's the same concept. So I recommend you do that, okay? Especially if you're gonna have this jackfruit for the whole week. Jackfruit is one of the best snacks on earth. It makes a great meal too, obviously, but it's such a great snack when you need something sweet in the afternoon or before dinner or after dinner. Honestly, jackfruit is one of my favorite things on earth. It is related to durian and champidak. I've never had champidak. And it is an original fruit, so it is not a hybrid. And that, you know something's original because it has a lot of seeds. Okay, so something like soursop, jackfruit, durian, okay, seeded grapes, okay, what else? Anything with lots and lots of seeds is an original fruit, okay, not hybridized by man. So whenever you get the opportunity to eat non-hybridized fruits, you gotta take the opportunity. Oh, another thing that you gotta do when you're doing your jackfruit is always try it, because you don't want to be doing all this deconstruction if the jackfruit isn't good. So when you're ready to eat jackfruit, you just take it like this. You don't want to eat this protected the seed. Okay, so the seed has a little pouch. You don't want to eat that part. You just want to eat this yellow part. So let me try it. Alwa, you want to try it? It's so good. You want some to cook it? Now, let's quickly talk about cooked jackfruit, okay? So now, this is not the jackfruit that you would cook, even though I offered my best friend some to cook. You would never want to cook this jackfruit. The jackfruit that you want to cook is the unripe one, okay? So personally, I wouldn't recommend you even cook jackfruit because, well, the only way to get it to taste like meat and to not be sweet is to get it unripe. But if you're eating unripe fruit, you're going to have indigestion, gas, and bloating. So I do recommend you eat jackfruit raw. You can freeze it. You can put it in smoothies. I know some people that freeze dry it or they also dehydrate it, but I would recommend you eat it just like this as a meal or a snack, or if you really want to do, you freeze it and put it in smoothies. I recommend that you keep your diet as simple as possible. Remember what Doug Graham always says, the more simple the meal, the better you'll feel and the faster you'll heal. I actually added that last part, the faster you'll heal. So that's a Ms.FitVegan original. Wow, this is really good. Okay. So we're slowly plugging along here. And we'll see how long it takes by the video. The video is already at 8 minutes. I want to just let you guys know. Should I do a time lapse of this? Probably better. But then I can't talk. I just want to let you guys know about the seeds now. So you can boil them, like I said, and they taste, I have actually tried them boiled. I had like one, and they taste like chestnuts. So it's very interesting. Oh, I wasn't going to take the seed out, but I did. So I'll just eat this one. And you see we've got our jackfruit piling up in our container. And it is so delicious. It tastes like tastes exactly like juicy fruit gum. But then at the same time, I couldn't tell you what juicy fruit gum tastes like because it's been like 20 years. But it tastes kind of like a mix between a pineapple, a banana. It's like tropical fruit punch. I don't know. I cannot describe this amazing taste. It is so delicious, so sweet, so juicy. And I like more on the drier side personally. But this is very, very good, and it's nice and juicy. I know that's weird for me to say. I always tell you guys to eat everything that's juicy, sweet, and delicious. But with jackfruit, I don't like it so watery. So this is kind of perfect, actually. I could even eat it when it was drier than this. So it does take some time. It is an investment in your time. But you know what you got to say to yourself? Okay, well, you got to put on a YouTube video, learn something, and you say to yourself, this is me harvesting my food. You know, if you don't have the option to have your own fruit farm, well, this is another way that you're harvesting your food. And you want to have a connection with your food, okay? So it's actually a very nice thing to do this. Now, I used to have an assistant do this for me a long time ago. But now I humbled myself and I do it myself. I'm not rich, by the way. They were just an assistant at work, and you know, I needed them to do stuff sometimes, like dissect my jackfruit. That makes me sound like a tyrant, but I didn't have time, and I gave them. Listen, they got paid and they got jackfruit, so, and they wanted to do it. So anyway, that's that. I'm going to now answer a question. Thank you guys very much for the questions. The question of the day today is how. I can't see who sent it because I'm on my phone right now. But somebody on YouTube asked me, or Instagram, they said, how do you stay away from cooked food? Don't you miss it so much? How do you stay away from cooked food? Don't you miss it? Everything's hard, my boo, before you know how to do it. And that is why I am doing this food addiction course, which is now closed. I'm so excited. I manifest the most beautiful women into my course. We met last night, and then we're starting today, April 2nd. So we met on Zoom last night, April 1st. We're starting today, April 2nd, with the classes. And it's going to be really good. And of course, as always, I have a really good feeling about these women. They seem like they're ready. They know. See, like what I really wanted to manifest, and I did manifest, is women who already know what to do, but they don't know how to do it. Like they haven't mastered how to do it. They know what to do. They just don't know how. Okay, so that's one part of the jackfruit already done. This is how much we got out of that. So it's a lot of food. It's definitely a lot of food. Now we're moving on to the bigger piece, and we're just going to do the exact same thing. It kind of helps when you separate it like that, so you could see what to eat and what not to eat. These white pieces, we're not going to eat, of course. And then the yellow, we are. So you can do it with your hand or a knife. And if it's very, very, very sticky, that is kind of a sign that it was not ripe, because it's not supposed to be that sticky. Now, again, what I recommend is that you buy these gloves from the Dollar Tree that are disposable. And I think they come like 100 in a pack. And so they're really great when you have the jackfruit that's super sticky. But thankfully, I got a really ripe piece. And that is another big tip of mine. You should always buy jackfruit that's already pre-cut. And if it's not pre-cut, you should honestly have them cut it for you and try it. Because these jackfruits can be very expensive. And, you know, you don't want to waste $30, $40, $50 on a piece of fruit that you can't eat. So yeah, how do I stay away from cooked food? Well, my boo, I don't want it because I ate cooked food for 26 years. And I'm not saying all cooked food is created equal, but like I didn't feel good eating cooked food. I don't want it. That's how I stay away from it. It's not that I can't eat it. Like people always ask me, they're like, can you eat this? Can you eat that? Yeah, I can eat whatever I want, but I don't want it. So a better question to ask me is, do you want to eat cooked food? And then I would tell you guys, no, I do not. That's a better question. How did I get to that point? Well, whatever you're eating, you're going to crave. Remember, so if you're eating chocolate, you're going to crave chocolate. If you're eating French fries, you're going to crave French fries. And there's going to be an adjustment period in the beginning, okay, where you're going to really, really want to eat pizza or bagels or French fries or chocolate or whatever you really love. But if you can last 7 days, if you can tell yourself, okay, I'm doing this for 7 days. Well, guess what? After 7 days, your taste buds change and your microbiome changes every time you eat. And then you start to crave whatever you've been eating. So if you eat a salad every day and you eat fruit and you eat smoothies and you eat healthy food, you're going to start to crave that healthy food. And so me personally, I don't have to stay away from cooked food. I don't want it. I can easily, listen, I make my own money. I make all my own food. I go shopping. I can easily buy cooked food and eat it. Easily. But I don't want it because I haven't been eating it for the last 12 years. And that can be you too. If you really want to be a raw vegan, and it's not for everyone, it's for people that want to be raw. There's some people in this world that want to be raw. That's me. I want to be a raw vegan. Sorry, I'm laughing because my roommate, but y'all probably didn't hear her. Awa, if I save the seeds for you, will you eat them? Yeah, so listen, we can look up recipes, but basically you just boil them in water. They get really soft, and then you can mash them into like hummus. Yeah, the seeds. No, and it tastes like tastes just like chickpeas, I think. Yeah, I'll keep them. I'll keep them for you. It's very healthy. Yes, you're welcome. It's going to be $10 a seed. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, and guys, I'm going to try my very best to get Awa to try this jackfruit because it tastes so good. And she doesn't like jackfruit, and you know why. She don't like it because of her parasites. You heard me or no? I said you don't like it because your parasites don't like it. I'm so proud of my best friend. It's April 2nd, and she is on her healthy vegan journey, just like me. I'm on my healthy vegan journey too because, as you guys know, yeah, I mastered the food, but there's a lot more that goes into health. So now I'm really, really, really focusing on my sleep because I realized that if I don't sleep, then I'm not going to be able to be healthy. So we're all on our journey at different stages, okay? And I try to say that in every single video because I don't want people to think that, you know, just because I have mastered the raw food diet means that I'm done learning and growing and done searching for ways to be healthier, okay? Like, here's what most people do wrong in the raw vegan community. They search for ways to be healthier through food. But I want to encourage everybody out there who is raw, who has found the way that works for them, whether it's raw or high raw or raw till 4 or just a healthy cooked vegan. I want to encourage everyone to stop there. Like if you found the way that's healthy and makes you feel good and you've mastered the food part, well then move on to another aspect of health. Maybe you need to master meditating. Maybe you need to master fitness. Maybe you need to master going to bed early. Maybe you need to master staying consistent with journaling, praying, whatever it is, you know, like pursuing your passions. Because here's the problem. A lot of people, they keep going with the food and then they do juice cleanses and then they constantly do water fasts and then they do constant parasite cleanses and then they get colonics every week and then they go on to trying to do dry fasting. And it's just like, no, master the food, okay, get healthy and then move on, you know, stay consistent and then move on to another area of life. Okay, I think this is where I've gone right, and this is where some raw vegans have gone wrong because they just don't stop with trying to be perfect with eating. And I don't think it's possible to be perfect, but I think it is possible to be healthy for life, for sure. And I know it is possible because I'm doing it. So I just want you guys to know that, you know, I'm not one of those raw vegans that can like be fat free. I'm not one of those raw vegans that can do constant juice cleanses or, you know, stick to a really strict intermittent fasting routine. It doesn't work for me. Now, if it works for you, congratulations, here's a cookie, okay? But here's a piece of jackfruit. And by the way, I saw Raw Food Romance. Did you guys see the other day? You can hear me? So the other day, Raw Food Romance, she freeze-dried jackfruit, and she said it tastes exactly like fortune cookies. What? Yeah, but we don't have a freeze dryer. We only have a dehydrator. So no, yeah, but then it'll get soft. It won't get hard. So she freeze dries it, and it literally looked and tasted, she said, just like fortune cookies. What is freeze dry? Yeah, it's a different machine. It's a different machine that makes your food dry, and then you get dehydrated. See, raw is hard. Raw is not hard if you keep it simple. Come, imagine if you were shooting a video right now. Come over to my channel to learn how to cook. No, but guys, listen, not everybody wants to be Ross. So that's why I want Awa to teach everyone how to be a healthy vegan. You see, it's part of her destiny to teach others that. Yeah, how to be a healthy vegan if you want to eat delicious, amazing food with seasoning and stuff. You know, I don't really care about that. Yeah, I don't really care about that. I like to eat lots and lots of fruit, juicy, sweet, delicious fruit. Okay, I never really cared about, you know, like spices, and I don't just, not for me. So I found the way that works for me, and that's what you have to do. You have to find the healthy vegan diet that works for you. Now, what's healthy? Anything that's not processed. If you can't understand what it is, the video I posted yesterday, that's the key. If you can't understand an ingredient, don't eat it. Don't eat it, because if you don't understand it, your body won't understand it. Okay? So maltodextrin and fucking citric acid and natural flavors. Natural flavors is a word for poison, chemicals, toxins. There can be over 100 ingredients inside of natural flavors. Do not fall for this stuff, because guess what? They're trying to make you addicted. That's why the things that have natural flavors in them taste so good. Okay? Natural flavors should just, as soon as you see that, you should think, oh, they're trying to get me addicted to this thing. Don't fall for it. Don't eat anything with natural flavors in it. I don't care if it's organic. I don't care if it looks beautiful, beautiful packaging. I don't care if it seems healthy. If it has natural flavors, say no. Absolutely not. Because you don't even know what's in there. It can be over 100 different chemicals. It's total bullshit. It should be illegal. Okay, so we're almost done, guys. And look at all this fruit. So my hands are slightly sticky. I don't want to touch my camera too much. But look at all this amazing fruit. Thank you guys so much for keeping me company while I dissect my jackfruit. You guys are so amazing. And if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments. Or a better way to do that, a better way to get your question answered, is to send me an email. My email is jd@Ms.FitVegan.com. Thank you guys for sticking with me while I advertised my course nonstop. Now that my course has started, you won't hear anything more about my course. And if you guys probably didn't hear her, but she said, thank God, thank you, Jesus. I just wanted to let you guys know that I will be starting a new course on May 15th. No, just kidding. I don't know when I'll do my next course. I love you guys so much. If you need any more additional help or resources, I'm here for you. Click the link in my bio and subscribe if you'd like more tips and tricks on how to be a fruity weirdo and make all your dreams come true. You know, clear your skin, lose weight, grow your hair, feel better, have more energy, all the things that you want. It can happen, but you got to make a sacrifice, okay? Nobody ever got anything they wanted by staying the same. Don't ever forget that. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, boo.